Initiative. I'd like to hear maybe from Bashir. What is your take? What role can we play in regards to supporting the law, in regards to ending this vice? Especially, I mean, I really want to understand this 94%. How can we strengthen your efforts? You know, because out of this 94%, we want to strengthen your efforts because I don't think it ends up in Esther's desk. You know, how can we support you, Bashir, and how can this narrative change?
Okay. I think the 94% statistic is a reflection of what is going on in northern Kenya, or we can say northeastern Kenya. And ideally, the main thing that contributes to this vice, or what I can call it's a malpractice, it's not even a practice, is because of elders, religious leaders. I can say that 94% may have been contributed by 94% contribution of religious leaders. You may see religious leaders publicly declaring that this is a religious practice that has a moral value to society. And if we can sensitize and educate some of these religious leaders on the impact it has on society and the impact it has on the girl child, then we can reduce that 94% to a very minimal percentage. So
All right.
I agree the practice is entrenched in religious doctrination. So in northeastern Kenya, it's mainly because of religious things, which now we need to have a certain aspect of educating the masses that this thing has no religious value. And that's why at some point we used to hear people associating this practice with Egyptians. When we had that, the first time we had that it was an Egyptian practice, people discarded it. People did not want to have anything associated with the Pharaoh. They normally call it Pharaoh, the Egyptian king. So they knew that anything that was practiced at Egyptian period is archaic and should not exist in a modern civilized society. So I think we need to increase more awareness on that. Yes, so that we can tell people that this is not clearly a religious practice.
Yes, thank you, Bashir, for that contribution and continued running the agenda that you're having. We're here to support you. Josephine, perhaps you will, as we wind up, you can give us 1 minute of your take, just a few seconds, and we have Bonanyerere and Vanessa just for the next minute as we close out in the next 3. Our time has fast spent. Josephine, you could let us know your take on the same.
Thank you so much, Maureen. What I would say for our role in ending FGM, one, I would like to thank Vanessa because her strategy is one of the roles that we can, her strategy is one of the roles that, you know, we can use as youth, experience sharing. You cannot talk about something that, you know, you really don't know and you haven't gone through. So I think Vanessa, with the experience sharing, telling us her story, helps us to understand and walk in her shoes. So we need to have a lot of experience sharing and moving forward, more women and more girls coming forward to speak about this issue. We also need to have a lot of collection of data in the sense that, you know, let's know what's happening at the ODPP office. How many cases are they getting vis-a-vis what the rate of FGM is. This will help us in planning, budgeting, and coming up with programs in future so that we can be able to end FGM collaboratively. Then the other thing is for us to be able to work in a multi-sectoral approach kind of way, in the sense that let us have the medics, let us have the legal teams, let us have community mobilization, all coming together, and so that we are able to work together with one strategy, knowing that our goal is to defeat FGM. Because I know we can do very little, but together we can do much. So I would say today, as Josephine, my personal responsibility as a woman and girl from Taita Taveta County, I'm taking a personal responsibility in speaking out, in being able to, you know, talk to my community people, educate them, create awareness for us to be able to end that new way they've come up with of plucking the clitoris. I always say, if God did not want the clitoris there, he wouldn't have put it. So I don't think it is there, and it's an opportunity for anyone to cut off anyone's healthy genitalia because of culture and traditions. It is there because it serves a purpose, and it should be left to live out its purpose. So let us move together. Let us restore the dignity and self-esteem of our young girls and women, and let them know that even if they've gone through FGM, but there is still more to life, and we can still empower them, we can mentor them, we can train them, and we can move forward for us to be able to achieve our sustainable development goals, especially Goal 5 on gender equality. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Josephine. Vanessa?
My appeal would go to the survivors and to the victims of FGM. Let them come out. Let us come out and say no to this vice. This is a criminal offense. People should come out and support us. Also, the entities who are working towards ending the FGM. Also, let's empower the men. We always say we are empowering the women, and we forget about the men, and it all starts with the men. So let's talk to the elders, let's talk to the youth, let's talk to anyone who is involved in this. We are all like a community. It's like it involves everyone. So let us fight this vice. Let us come together, do anti-FGM campaigns, go to communities. I'm sure with this we will fight FGM. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bona Nyerere and Madam Esther will give us her comments as well. Bona Nyerere?
Okay, thank you. I'd like to commend the survivors who have come out openly like Madam Vanessa, because study has shown that women who are cut, the likelihood of them cutting their girls is also very high. So when we have survivors like Vanessa coming out to condemn the practice, then that one is a step ahead of us. Then two, regarding the laws, actually the issue of conviction has been a very big issue. Wherever we've been going, we ask questions why, perpetrators are arrested, but they are released. So the issue of law implementation has been a big issue, especially in courts. But what we've done as anti-FGM bodies is that anywhere we go, we normally distribute the Prohibition Act, a simplified version both in Kiswahili and English. And we've also managed to come up with the Braille. The anti-FGM law, we've actually come up with the Braille so that we can be able to reach out to persons with disability, those ones who can't see. Otherwise, I like the spirit that we have, and let's ensure that we be part and parcel of FGM by 2022. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Madam Esther? Madam Esther, do we have you on board?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, we'd like to hear from you on the role we can play. How do we strengthen the criminal justice system? Yes, as we close, what is our way forward?
Okay, from the corridors of justice, what I can maybe add on is we usually organize a service week in courts, where we now focus on these gender-based violence cases, the FGM, the sexual offenses, where now we try to fast track these cases and ensure that they are disposed of in the quickest time possible. So that is one of the ways that we ensure that these cases are prosecuted and we get convictions. We usually also go to mobile courts, to those interior places where our witnesses get challenges in coming to town, to court. So us, together with the judiciary, we usually go to these mobile courts and we take justice there, and we bring services closer to the community. There's also the CUC, the Court Users Committee, where there are various stakeholders. There's the Children Department, there's the probation. There are so many stakeholders there, where we do a case follow-up and we ensure that these cases, we follow up on them. We also would urge the public be educated on our free legal aids. We usually offer free legal aids maybe once a year. So yeah, those are some of the things that we engage in to ensure that this message is passed. The FGM issue is passed to the community. There's also the issue of data. We have data collection in our office where we enumerate all the cases that we have done, the ones that have been convicted, the ones that have been acquitted, and that enables us to decide or implement the FGM Act. Yeah, that's all.
All right. Thank you, Madam Chebet. Thank you so much, Bashir. I've seen legal, the education on the law should be emphasized also within this discourse and this discussion. Christine, in regards to counseling services, do we send people your way? How do we address this? What is your take on that and trauma?
Actually, on counseling services, Nairobi Women's offers free counseling services. Gender Violence Recovery Center for anyone who has gone through FGM, because it's a form of abuse, it's a form of violation, and one-on-one further support. Anyone can call me who needs further debriefing. I do pro bono services on counseling services for survivors of FGM.
Thank you. DNG, over and back to you. Thank you very much. Mine is to thank you all. And also just to weigh in on the same in my capacity, I also want to speak about a certain initiative called Polycare that is under the Kenya Police Service, where they'll be launching, if it's not already been launched, a one-stop shop in regard to handle GBV and FGM services. And there's also the process of evidence collection, which is handled by the police. I have worked with them and I've seen that they have a reporting desk where they are more than willing to handle these cases. So let's work together. Let them feel free and be open in reporting these matters. Bona Gibwini, back to you.
All right, thank you so much. We're running out of time. We might experience our next time out any moment now. So thank you everyone for participating. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for making time. I know it's a weekend. We appreciate all the sentiments, the comments, the feedback. Asanteni sana. I think we can keep this conversation alive on social media. Follow our pages, 254 Cares on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram as Punguza KE as well. That's Punguza Initiative, at Punguza KE, at 254 Cares. That's Anteni Sana. We'll not be able to take any more comments due to time. I know we've gone over and beyond. Asanteni Sana. Have a great weekend. God bless. Na pamoja tukomeshe ukeketaji.